Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today we finna react to, excuse me, the rise and shutdown of Teletoon. I think I remember these guys. Didn't these guys take over for Cartoon Network and all their cartoons? I want to say like the early mid 2010s. Didn't these guys take over for Cartoon Network and start producing all their cartoons? I think these, oh man. I think they did. I know these people are responsible for Caillou. So first off, I just want to say fuck Teletoon for producing for being responsible for Caillou. I just want to say that for the record. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into this.
I am an American. No surprise there. But when it comes to TV, we share things like shows, and Teletoon is exactly that. A channel owned by Chorus with not only original programming, but American shows from the Cartoon Network channel. Later on would change into the Cartoon Network due to asset changes. How did Teletoon do so? Teletoon was conceived in 1996 by the CRTC, also known as the Canadian Radio Telecommunications Commission, and was launched in 1997. The name was originally called Fun TV, however, the name was denied by many applications. By October 17th of 1997, Caillou was the first show on the channel. This Caillou?
Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Fuck Caillou.
Silly. I hate vegetables.
Just give me one chance. Just one chance. Smack the shit out this bald head ass little nigga, man.
I want chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, meatball head ass
have
nigga.
my condolences.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Teletoon would later on have various investors in the game to help grow the channel, such as the Family Channel Inc. at 53.3%, YTV Canada at 26.7%, Nelvana and Sonar at 10%. Teletoon was always on a schedule when cartoons aired. During the early morning would be for preschool children with educational shows. Then regular children's programming would take over the blocks, while the late night would be adult contemporary, much like Nickelodeon Cartoon Network lineups. Teletoon would also be a bilingual channel in both English and French for those in Quebec and Montreal, and have its sister channel play all shows in the French language. Teletoon dedicated 40% of its channel to Canadian content in the early years of syndication. By 1998, would focus more on renewals to shows rather than making new shows, mainly because it costs more to make new production rather than seeing what would get a new season. During the second year of syndication, Teletoon was supposed to air Space Ghost from coast to coast, however, due to rumors of royalty disputes and an error in the schedule, it never aired. By the 2000s, it invested $96 million into 98 productions, making it the fastest growing Canadian Cartoon Network. By 2002, the Canadian programming would increase by 60%. Teletoon would also be the network's mascot, while the bumpers would be made by Spin Productions and then later Cup of Coffee Studios. Teletoon's schedule would be as follows. 26 to 28 episodes would air and then take a year off productions to build up suspense. Teletoon would be home to many blocks on the channel. However, in the early years would be divided into planets. The early morning would be the morning planet for preschoolers, midday would be afternoon for kids, and the evening for families, while the late night was the night planet for adults. Former blocks would be very vast. Kapow was a block in the early 2000s dedicated to action shows. Shows like Mega Man NT, Spider Riders, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would air on the block and later be replaced by Spin Cycle, which would air weekdays from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Laugh Riot would be in addition to comedy shows such as Out of Jimmy's Head, Chowder, and Jimmy Two Shoes. 3 Hours of Awesome was a block in the new day for new episodes of Total Drama, Stoked, and 16. While those are former cartoon blocks, the cartoon blocks that used to dominate the airwaves were blocks like these. Action Force was for action shows such as Chaotic, Johnny Test, and Generator Rex, airing on weekdays at 4 p.m., while also on Sundays and afternoons. Following that was Can't Miss Thursdays and Superfan Fridays, airing 6 to 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. respectively on both days. Camp Teletoon was for summer seasons, airing different cartoons and movies Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. all the way to midnight. Teletoon Retro was the Canadian version of Boomerang, with Tom and Jerry, The Bugs and Tweety Show, The Flintstones, as well as many MGM and Hanna-Barbera shows. Teletoon at Night, later then called Teletoon Detour, aired at 9 p.m. to 4 a.m., akin to Adult Swim in America, with the same lineup in adult contemporary cartoons and anime. Teletoon would be moving in a different direction in the late 2000s. However, it would still follow the same formulas in Canadian programming. By 2012, the Chorus Company would get Astral stock and become the main investor in Teletoon. Chorus would change the lineups and cancel many blocks such as Teletoon Retro and replace the block with Boomerang. Teletoon at Night would be replaced in 2015 with Adult Swim full-time. At this point, it was mimicking American Cartoon Network schedules and blocks. By 2023, Chorus would make the rebrand to Cartoon Network. However, Teletoon would still keep its name on streaming services and on demand. Cartoon Network Canada would still have a stronghold on airing Teletoon programming under the blocks that Cartoon Network has. From an American perspective on Teletoon, I have come to the conclusion that Canadian television is weird. Because it is.
Canadians are weird.
Albeit Teletoon made moves that were very cost effective, that didn't affect it so much as playing 28 episodes per season and waiting a year to see how much the viewers loved the show. It works because instead of making a new show that can be written off as a tax write-off, using your arsenal of shows and seeing what would get another season is a better method of making shows. American syndicates churn out content and don't wait on demand because ad revenue dominates more than the actual viewership of the show, which usually leads to burnout and or early cancellations. Another observation is the Canadian channel sharing shows and investing in one another, almost becoming one entity under Chorus. Though they have competition, they share their shows rather than have unhealthy competition and burn out together. Looking at you three.
Damn.
While there are instances in crossovers and abandoned pilot investments from our American side, Teletoon in Canada will play shows from YTV and a Blue Moon, mainly because there are investments in it. America over the years would sprinkle in shows from YTV, Nelvana, and Teletoon respectively, and we grew up with them just as we did with the American cartoons. In retrospect, Teletoon had more of a better show arsenal such as 16, Total Drama, Clone High, those shows that we used to watch, which saw more in seasons as both countries saw the demand and wanted the demand, and Teletoon delivered. When looking at the change to Cartoon Network, it was because Chorus had more in stock and say so. Not only this, Teletoon mimics Cartoon Network in many ways. In a way, it was inevitable that the change would be made. But I have one question though. How powerful is Chorus?
That's a good question. So apparently in Canada, y'all just is so explain to me, Canada, Canadians, my Canadian brethren. It's all love over here. It's all love over here for all the Canadians. We just got smoked with Drake over here. That's it. We just got smoked with Drake over here. And ain't no other Canadians. We love all the Canadians over there. We love all y'all, except for Drake. Cause he a freaky ass nigga and he a 69 god.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 god.
We just hate Drake at the moment. But outside of that, Canadians, y'all gotta. So basically, instead of. So let me get this straight. Instead of Nickelodeon, Canada Cartoon Network, y'all just had this shit. If that's from what I'm processing from this video, y'all basically had Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon shows under one wow. And it's crazy because they didn't have to come up with their own original products or original productions. They could literally just be like, hey, We'll buy the rights to SpongeBob. We'll buy the rights to Ed, Ed and Eddie. We'll buy the rights to Jimmy Neutron. We'll buy the rights to Fairly Odd Parents. Whatever you got, whatever you Americans are making, we'll buy it. And we'll put it over here in Canada. Come on, give it to us. I'm pretty sure Disney would make their own channel in Canada. I'm pretty sure, knowing Disney. But Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, wow, that's crazy. But anyways, though, that's just gonna about do it for this one. I only remember them from them making Caillou, for being responsible for Caillou, but also Cartoon Network buying them out and making them part of Cartoon Network or something like that. I think that was the case. But yeah, this was a good retrospective on Teletoon. RIP to them. But anyways, though, without further ado, I will see you all in the next video. Till then, peace out. Shout out to all my Canadian bruvs, crodies, whatever y'all call yourselves out there. I don't know. They not like us.